I'm so embarrassed. I just got my plane back and it's destroyed again. Oh my God. I don't believe that I've done this. I have destroyed my drone again. Ah, I just got this thing back. This is a brand new drone that I got from DJI. This is a replacement drone. So the first one, I crash landed. I landed it and it got ran over because I landed in the middle of a busy street. And I made a video about that, and you can watch that one. It talks about the DJI Care Refresh program. So it's pretty much the insurance replacement program for DJI's drones. And I bought the warranty. It's kind of like an extended warranty. And anyway, they replaced it for me, and now I've done it again. I've barely flown this thing twice. I think this is the second time since I got it back, and I was just trying to do some acrobatic stuff. I tell you what, this controller, the Motion Controller 3, it's cool because it does some FPV-like moves, but man, it really pushes you to push the limits. And well, I mean, it could happen with any controller. It could happen with the conventional stick controller. Bottom line is, I was flying recklessly. I was flying as if I was one of them fancy FPV pilots. And this is not an FPV plane. And in any case, obstacle avoidance didn't see the wire. This thing hit a overhead wire, and it took it out and went down and crashed. Something ugly. So it's a mess, and it's going to have to go back, and I'm going to have to make another claim. It took 10 days last time. Let's see what happens this time. But man, I feel awful. I just feel awful. At least I was able to recover it. It's in much better shape than it was last time. Last time I destroyed it, and there was nothing salvageable on it. Now there's a few things that are salvageable, so we'll see. I mean, nothing is smashed to bits like it was last time. So there's some reusable parts on here, but we'll see. Again, I'm just sick with grief here. I'm in mourning for my DJI drone. So yeah, I've always said that I'm a slow learner. Well, I'm starting to learn now. After the second time in, I don't know, a couple of weeks. I feel bad and silly. And I got to change the way I'm flying this thing. Maybe if I'm going to use this, I've just got to stay away from obstacles. Now, I'll be honest with you. You know, I was trying to capture some really cool stuff. And the most cool footage is the one where the plane comes really close to hitting stuff. Well, I mean, I did. I came close to hitting a bunch of stuff, but the obstacle avoidance didn't help me avoid the overhead wires. So, man, what do you say? I mean, such is life. We'll see what happens. So I just got a package in the mail, and it was my replacement DJI Air 3 camera drone. And what's significant about this is it is the third one that I have received. Why, you ask, Merce George? Is it your third one? Because I've destroyed two of them already. I'm not proud, and don't misunderstand this enthusiasm in my voice for bragging, because I destroyed a $1,200 drone twice. I'm quite ashamed, you know. It's just, I'm an idiot when it comes to flying that drone. There's a story behind it, and perhaps I'll get into it if you're interested, but it has to do with me being interested in learning FPV, and I am learning to fly FPV, but I don't even have an FPV drone yet. I'm learning on a flight simulator. So I'm all got it in my head, and you know, I've got some maneuvers down. I've got about 100 hours on the simulator, but they're very different. An FPV drone is very different than the Air 3 or most of DJI's drones. I wanted to implement a little bit of FPV type flying, so I was using the motion controller 3 with that setup, and it allows you to do some stuff, some type of flying that are more FPV like, or at least it makes you believe that, than the traditional stick controller. The stick controller is great, you know, and I still love that flying, and that's probably what I'm going to revert to, because I've already destroyed 2 Air 3s using the motion controller. The motion controller just tempts you, you know. If you're somebody that's easily tempted like me, you know, obviously I'm, you know, kind of a daredevil. I'm doing dangerous shit, and dangerous to my mind and body, but also dangerous to my drone collection. And yeah, I'm slowly building up a collection. I recently purchased the smaller mini 4K just to check it out. I wanted something in the meantime, you know. So when I destroy my drone, I still have something else to use. So let me tell you, man, the DJI Care Refresh, I've already commented on it once because they replaced my drone the first time. And when that happened, you know, I said, whoa, man, DJI, they really did me right. Thank you, DJI, for hooking me up the first time and doing exactly what, you know, I bought the insurance policy to do, and that is protect my butt, you know. I knew there was a good chance that I was going to do something stupid with my $1,200 drone, and I did. I destroyed it once trying to do some crazy stuff with the motion controller. So anyway, I took it out the second time, and that time of course I was using that motion controller again, thinking I was a FPV pilot, and I was doing some daring stuff, and I'll show you the footage definitely, and you'll see that I got tangled up and I hit some overhead power lines, and it just took that drone out like nothing. It hit those power lines, and I don't know what did more damage, hitting the power line or it falling, you know, 40 feet to the ground. But anyway, my Air 3 was all broken. It had at least a couple of broken arms, and the camera was hanging off, the gimbal was just hanging loose, and my heart was broken that I had done this so soon after just getting it replaced. So that was Air 3 number 2. So today, and I'll show you the box, brand new packaging, got brand new Air 3, brand new battery, and just feel very thankful for DJI for again replacing my unit after I so foolishly destroyed 2 of them already in such a short period of time. So thank you. Hey, those of you that are interested in the refresh program, Care Refresh, man, they don't mess around, man. If you do what you're supposed to, and that is bind it appropriately, and I talk about this in another video, binding is pretty much you just associate your insurance plan, you associate it with the serial number of that particular drone, and either your goggles or the remote control that you're flying it with. So that's being bound together. So everything has to be bound together. You know, you can't have one insurance program and multiple drones and then just crash one and say, oh, well, you know, I want it replaced. It has to be bound to the policy, and they confirm that. And as long as everything's bound and protected like that on paper, then they're going to do what they're supposed to. The only instances that I've heard of anybody being denied is when they didn't have their device bound properly, and they claim that they just didn't know about it. And that's true. I believe a lot of people just don't know about it, but you should. And maybe DJI should work a little bit harder to make that known. I mean, you do have to read a little bit, but you know, a lot of people just they don't have the time to read, you know, or so they say, so they think that they don't have the time to read. This is number 3, so let's see how long I can take care of it. So really, my rationale was buy this 4K drone, the Mini 4K, and fly that a good deal, and that way there's a lot less flight time on the Air 3, so it should last me longer. Hopefully. Celebrate DJI and them being a really solid company and doing what they're supposed to with regard to you know, making amazing products and standing behind them. Good customer service, good customer care, good shipping. So today, it just so happens, coincidence, they announced the new Neo. So that is a tiny little drone. It's smaller than the Avata, but very similar to it in a lot of ways. It's not as fast and tricky. You know, it doesn't do all the tricks and crazy FPV maneuvers, but it does have manual mode, so you can fly it like an FPV. It just doesn't have the power or speed to do what the Avata does, or a traditional or conventional FPV drone. But it's only like $199, just the drone. It's like $199. Oh, you can also use your Goggle 3. So you can use a really good quality goggle with this new Neo. So that's pretty amazing. And that's almost why I bought it today. I didn't buy it because, like I said, just got a brand new Air 3, my 3rd one. And I didn't buy it. And then plus I got the 4K that it's still new to me as well. So I didn't buy the Neo yet. Learn from my lessons, learn from my mistakes. Thanks for your viewership. Hey, if you're not a member of the Merch George channel, do me a favor and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel, and I guarantee you I'll bring you more than just gnarly DJI crashes. I'll crash my one wheel too, or my electric unicycle too.